What is going on YouTube? Let's talk about trading losses and overcoming the tough trading days that we have to face as day traders once in a while, right? Day trading is not always going to be pretty. It's always a roller coaster ride of emotions and wins and losses. So it's part of the game and we just have to face it and see what we can learn from it. So last week on Tuesday, I made a video talking about one of my worst trading days I've ever had, especially as a prop trader. And yesterday on Tuesday was not much different. I also took a big loss yesterday on Tuesday. All right, so I want to talk about the different emotions I felt those 2 different days for a specific reason. Okay, I want to talk about the trade itself, what I could do better, and then a couple other things as well I'm going to throw in this video. So enjoy the video. If you're enjoying the content overall, just hit the thumbs up. I know I haven't been posting a lot of videos, but definitely want to make a lot of more videos talking about losses because I think that's the most important thing. And hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the content. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Join my live streams. I do live stream every single day, and we've been getting 5, 6, 7, even 800 people sometimes on the stream, which is awesome. And then you can also leave a comment down below if you have any questions or comments. But yesterday was a tough day for me, but at the same time, it wasn't as bad as last week. All right. I lost more accounts yesterday, but it wasn't as bad of an emotional loss as last week, and I'm going to talk about why in a little bit. But yesterday was also exciting for a little bit because yesterday was a day that I was about to trade for the very first time 27 accounts, or at least have 27 active funded accounts, 28 accounts including my personal account. Okay, so just 2 shy of my ultimate dream goal of having 30 funded accounts total. It was the first time I've had that many accounts. I passed a bunch of evals and stuff on Monday and last Friday and got them activated and all that stuff. And unfortunately, it didn't work out too well. Now, was I a little bit nervous yesterday? Yes. Was I nervous because I was trading a lot of accounts? Yes. And was I nervous because there was rhythmic issues last few days? Yes. So all those things combined, I finally felt a little bit of emotions pre-trade, which I haven't felt in a while. I've been very calm with my trades last few months, but sometimes obviously in the trade I get frustrated, and I'm talking about the opening range trade only, not midday trading. That's different. But yesterday didn't work out too well, so I lost 12 out of my 20 funded accounts with Apex. Luckily I didn't lose the other accounts because I was either waiting for a payout with them or they survived like they did on the Apex accounts here. Some of the accounts survived for a couple reasons. Drawdown, smaller size. Here, brand new accounts, for example, used bigger size. Here, took a payout day before, had not enough drawdown, and I didn't size down. So here I sized up, here I used regular size, and here I didn't use proper size. I didn't size down. So I ended up losing 12 accounts, and it did hurt. But at the same time, when I lost those accounts, I thought I was going to lose maybe all of them if the market continued higher. And eventually came back down, and it worked out. And this is not the first time it's done that. And if I would have played the trade correctly, I would have survived with all the accounts. And it's, again, not the first time it would have happened. I know that I've been winning for quite a long time now on this trade, but I wasn't streaming it, so no one knew what I was actually going through. And I guess everyone just assumed that I would win right away. They didn't realize I was working out of some trades many times, and I have recordings of it all the way dating back to November. All right, so on this trade specifically I took, I have not lost from November to April. I've only lost 2 or 3 times. I think it was 2 or 3 times total. All right, and I've been trading it every single day, so it's very consistent. It definitely has an edge, but wide stops are part of the edge. And unfortunately, when I oversized, it didn't work out. And I didn't know that at the time, but obviously when the market came back down, I realized I oversized. The best part about it all is that this is not a $27,000 loss. So I know there was people talking about me in Discords. I know there's people talking about me on different streams, whether it was a streamer or the people in the chats. I mean, my channel is growing, so I'm getting used to it. People are going to be talking crap and hating and all that stuff. Luckily on my channel, it's been pretty calm. But I know in other channels, people are probably talking about me in other Discords. But I'm just focused on myself, you know. I'm not claiming to be the best trader or anything like that. I'm just here to make an income, and that's the goal of trading prop firms for me. And I know what my risk is, right? Some people say I don't use risk management. Well, guess what? I know exactly what my risk is, and that's why I don't care to use wide stops on these accounts, because my actual estimated value of these accounts that I lost was $2,000, and that's exaggerated, including 2 evals or more per account. Okay, so all these accounts, monthly fees plus some lifetime, couple lifetimes. I lost about $2,000 on actual fees, and I just took out $21,000 the day before. Okay, between Apex and Bull Knox. So $21,000 paid out, and I lost $2,000. This seems like a blow up day, but at the same time, I know it's not. So people are just exaggerating it. And again, I don't know why, but instead of focusing on themselves, they focus on other people. But that's another topic for another video, even though I'm going to get into it at the end here. But again, I'm just focused on myself, and I'm not, I'm trying to motivate some of you guys to show you that a small trade, small edge, multiplied over multiple accounts can get you some significant income. Okay, it might not be the best trading income, like if you were to trade a live account, right? But prop firms are different. We got to separate the prop firms from live accounts. Two different games. All right, but let's talk about the trade itself. Okay, so let's talk about the trade itself. Now, this is the trade from yesterday. Okay, the executions. This is the trade from the last big loss that I took on this trade. So the opening range trade, this is the first time I lost on it in 2024, which was on February 29th. Okay, this is not from last Tuesday. Last Tuesday was a completely different loss. It was on earnings. This is on the opening range trade on February 29th, the last day of February, day before payout, accounts at payouts. Okay, and I took a loss. It was painful because it was day before payout, and it was the first time I lost on it in 2.5 months. So from December, mid-December, all the way to February 29th, I did not take one single loss on this trading strategy. And if I copy traded all the accounts, like 20 accounts plus on since January 1st, I would have been way ahead in payouts. But obviously, what I preach is starting slower and building confidence, building accounts, and then stepping up to the plate with the more accounts. But can you spot a difference in the executions and the chart? Because to me, it looks identical, right? Especially since I cut off this is more zoomed in. So I cut off the push up here, but it wasn't as significant as here, but it was uptrending market. And right before the open, 3 candles, creating a gap between the opening price and the moving average, moving down, absorbing, and then squeezing. Same thing here, 3 candles before the open, pushing down, absorbing at the moving average, and squeezing. Okay, so now I noticed that because it happened a couple of times. Now I don't know how many times I won on this trade, right? How many times did this happen and I won? I don't know. But moving forward, I know what I'm going to do to adapt to this. But the biggest mistake I made on both days is not so much the entry, because the entry, again, is these two entries are a little bit different. They're at moving averages, but a little bit different. Here, I didn't go at support. I went below. And here, I went on the top. I didn't go down here. So a little discrepancy in the entries there, but still same bottom tick entry. But I added. If I did not add, I would have survived. Okay, because this was a pretty significant add. And this account stopped me out there. Some accounts actually stopped me much higher, almost at the top tick. And this was the highest it went. And then it came all the way back down. And that's why I won on these accounts, okay? And the add is the mistake, okay? That is what I could blame myself for. Now, I have added a couple of times in the past where I would win. And then the wins were bigger. So like you could see 545. My initial goal for this win was $200 on this account, and I won 545 because of the ad. Because again, it came back down and I took the profit basically at the initial target anyway. So adding didn't really change much how it worked out, but moving forward, I'm just not gonna add. All right. So same thing here, which I didn't even think about this, but same thing here. This is February 29th, day before payout, window opens. Accounts at payout. This is brand new accounts for the most part. Accounts day after payout, much different emotions. And same thing last Tuesday. Last Tuesday was the last day of the month. It was day before the payout, plenty of accounts at payout that were lost, right? So that was the frustrating part. But last week also added another portion to it, because this was my trade, right? This is my system. This is what's been working for me, generating me so much revenue and income and payouts that I can't be too upset about it. But last week on Tuesday, I took a loss on something else. So losing accounts, timing matters when you lose accounts, okay? And prop firms, especially prop firms with payout cycles. Because when you lose an account at payout, that's technically a potential income that you lost, right? If you didn't trade that account and it was already at payout, that means the money is technically yours, right? At least $2,000 out of that account. So when you lose an account at payout, it hurts. When you lose an account day before a payout window is open and that account is almost at payout, it also hurts. And then trading outside of a strategy that really, really gives you the edge also works. But obviously you got to find a strategy. Sometimes you got to try different things. So it just hurts a little bit more, especially if you lose an account that you build up with your strategy and then you lost it trading outside the strategy, right? And that is exactly what happened last week. I traded the earnings. So last week on Tuesday, I lost on the opening trade. I took a early premature loss, which I don't remember actually if it would have worked out if I didn't take the loss, but basically took a loss on a bunch of the accounts, all the accounts for the most part, except the ones I didn't copy trade, because I didn't copy trade all the accounts. Again, a couple accounts were lost due to minimal drawdown. And then I had accounts down $800, a bunch of them. But then you could see all the green accounts here. I got those back from $800 loss to break even. Okay, you can see that here, these accounts. So these 4 accounts. And then that's what I said. I'm going to trade earnings. This was earnings. I said I'm going to trade Amazon earnings, and I am going to try to, grow the cushion back. And then the accounts were at payout, 53,000, 53,000. This was close to payout. And then we had plenty of days left. We had like 3 more days of trading. So I could have definitely gotten more cushion on these accounts, but I got greedy and I took one more trade on the earnings. So one wasn't enough. I took another one and I took a big loss and I blew the accounts in seconds. So that was painful, but something I had to learn from. And again, much more painful loss because of how everything happened versus this past Tuesday. This past Tuesday was part of the system. It's part of my payouts, right? It was day 1 of the accounts. It was early in the payout window, day 1 or 2. And then I was trading a strategy that gave me so much success. So can't be too upset about it. This is the strategy that is responsible for 85 or 90% of these profits, okay? $198,000 from Apex this year, $2,500 from Top Step, 24,000, sorry, from Bullnox, 4,000 from My Funded Futures, 3,800 on my live account. I was actually copy trading the opening range trade on my live account to see if the executions and everything are the same, and I doubled a $4,000 account into $8,000 account, and it definitely works, okay? I haven't traded in a while, and I'm glad, but once I get more confidence back, I'll be trading that account again. And I'm probably gonna take out the 4,000 to get it back down to the initial deposit. Then it's basically houses money, and then grow it again, but we'll see. And this is 3,800, it's not 7,800, but this column here for April, for some reason, when I lead trader funding, when I put in 4,000, it gave me an error, so I just moved it up here so I would keep my tally. But I made 4,000 with Elite Trader funding in April, and then $2,200 so far in May with Elite Trader funding. So this is technically 6,000 and this is 3,800. But these are all my payouts so far this year trading this strategy. It's a little bit of a, it's a little bit ahead of my $150,000 goal that I had for this year, right? I was not expecting this, and super, super happy about that. And the best part is that once you get consistent enough, you get a piece of an edge that you're going to find for yourself. There's no handouts in this industry. So anyone that's trying to teach trading and stuff like that, it's just not going to work for you. Everyone's going to be trying to find something for themselves. And I feel like everyone that is profitable in prop firms or live trading, they trade differently, right? Everyone trades differently, and that's the only common thing I found between profitable traders is they all trade differently, and that's the beauty of it. But the best part about prop firms again is, all right, we're 15 minutes. The best part about Apex and props is the fact that the risk is very limited for all of us, right? So the risk is limited to the cost of eval and the funded account. So you should be trading Rhythmic accounts for the most part, unless you really love TradingView. There's no reason to go with Tradeovate because you're paying more fees. And I get this all the time, like, oh, how come you're paying $85 a month when I'm paying $105 a month? I'm like, yeah, you're trading with Tradeovate, paying extra $20 for an account to trade on a web-based platform. Like, unless you're using TradingView and it's making you money, go with that. But otherwise, stick to Rhythmic. It's cheaper. $20 doesn't seem like a lot over one account, but when you do 100 accounts, it adds up, and evals are more expensive as well on Tradeovate. But the goal is to have payouts pay for the accounts, right? And to use houses' money. Once you do that, the risk is basically non-existent with consistent payouts. I mean, I don't have any risk right now trading prop firms because I took out so much money from them. For me to lose half of that money would take forever. And obviously I'm still consistent. I didn't just get lucky over 1 month and took out 100 grand. I've been getting payouts every single month since May of last year. Exactly 12 months ago is when I got my first big payout, $3,000. Then in June I got $4,000. Ever since that $7,000, I put that into a savings account, and I've never had to use any other income to fund more accounts. Okay, that is what I call using houses money. So I took, one account I paid for with my own income, I got it to payout. Then with that payout, obviously I got lucky, but I've had many years of trading experience in the past, so I guess lucky. I don't know if I will be able to do it again, but I had a couple accounts prior to that, like back in 2022 and back in 2021, but only a few. And that's why I traded with like Elite Trader Funding. That's why I traded with them. I wanted to get my money back. Top Step, same thing. I wanted to get my money back with them. So every prop firm except for Lilu Trading, I'm profitable with. And Lilu Trading, I will get my money back at some point. But I only had a couple evals with them back in the day, back in 2021. But what I'm getting at is, I had small risk initially, and I started to grow slowly. I mean, I wasn't trading 20 accounts, 5-6 months ago. I was trading 5, 6, 7 accounts. I got up to like maybe 12, 13 accounts at some point. But then I wasn't even copy trading all those accounts. There's a big difference between trading 10 accounts and copy trading all 10 versus, trading 10 accounts individually or trading them in 2 or 3 or 4 different groups, right, of 2, 3 accounts. When you take a big loss, it's much different result. So again, this is where I'm at. This is my journey. This is what I'm sharing with you guys, right? The good and the bad. But the biggest thing we have to do is not compare yourself to other people. Okay, when you are tuning into my stream and you see my payouts, right? It's very easy to get lost in that. But I'm just showing you what's possible so that way it could give you a little bit spark, maybe a little bit of motivation to keep going. But you have to find your own, journey. Trading is individual, right? It's not a team sport, number one. And number two, there's no competition. Yes, you are trading versus the market, but besides that, it's not you versus other traders. It's you versus you and your mindset, okay? Trading is hard, but it's, again, a solo journey. So when you are a Formula One driver, right, you're only as good as your competition. Right now, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, all those drivers are insanely good, but they can't compete because of Max Verstappen, right? They have to compare themselves to currently best driver and the best team, which is Red Bull. And they're pissed off being second, even though they're driving super fast and super good. They're just not winning because there's someone better than them. In trading, that does not exist, okay? You set yourself a goal and you go after that goal, and it doesn't matter what someone else does, right? It doesn't matter if someone else is winning more, losing more. There's too much negativity in this space, and as I'm growing, it's kind of getting more exposed to me. I mean, I'm being talked about. Like in the past, I used to hear people talk about other people, but now I hear people talk about me. And at the end of the day, I'm just trying to focus on myself and not pay attention to it too much. But people are always gonna hate, right? My stream has been great. We haven't had much issues at all for how big we've grown. I think at the end of the day, people realize that, you know, talking about me is not really gonna bother me too much, because at the end of the day, I have results, right? So I know exactly what I'm risking. I know exactly what my game plan is. And at the end of the day, it's my journey. And if you want to kick a man when he's down, go for it, you know? But it's not going to help you in any way, right? So when you make fun of someone else for doing bad, unless they're selling you a course, that's different. But if they're not selling you a course, if someone's having a tough time, there's no reason to bash at them. And unfortunately, in trading, it's very common for people to do that. But you know, you also have to be a little bit of a skeptic, right? There's a lot of fakes out there as well. So I understand that, but whatever. Now I'm getting off topic, and I should just make a video separate about that, because the reason I'm even bringing this up is because of the drama that's happened with me, and then also the CEO of Top Step was talking about trades by Matt the other day, and it was really just really funny what he was saying. Okay, so I probably should make a video about that itself. But when I'm going through a rough patch, right, people ask me, how do I overcome it? Well, it's much easier to overcome it now, right? Because I know I have something that works. And next thing I'm going to show you is something I'm very proud of. But again, I don't want to compare myself to others. I'm just showing you guys what's possible. And I never wanted to even be on this list or cared to be on this list. I thought this was unachievable because I didn't know a single person, you know, whether it's a trading friend that I've had for a long time, you know, on social media and Twitter and stuff like that. None of my friends have made it big time, and I've made a lot of friends, and we all struggled for a long time. And I don't know any personal friends I've made it, you know, to this stage. So I never thought this was possible. But Apex has a lot of traders, right? They've been growing like crazy. And for year 2024, from all the public payouts, there's some private payouts out there, I'm 19th on the year so far, okay? And majority of that profit has been made again from the opening range trade, and that is just Apex profits. If I included my other prop firms, and this doesn't include May yet, you know, but I would be in the top 16, 17, you know, it's like, and then people are gonna hate. That's something that I want to just like, I'm like, where's your name on this list? You know, I don't want to compare myself to other people, but when they're hating on me, that's when I get like, well, where's your name on this list that, you know, you want to hate on me? And instead of focusing on yourself, you know, you want to just deflect and talk about other people. I mean, I don't know why people do that, but that's their choice. I'm just happy to be on this list. I am super proud of myself. Maybe I was not meant to be a professional day trader with a personal account, but my journey brought me here to be a prop trader, and it's an opportunity. And if it doesn't exist in 3-4 years, well, maybe I set myself up for, you know, for retirement with these prop firms anyway. So it is what it is. I've been always a person up for a challenge. I've been self-employed. I've been working my ass off since I was 16 years old, working 2-3 jobs, volunteer EMT, going to school, you know, never playing the victim card. You know, it's, you know, I went through a lot, and I paid for some of it, you know, with social life and stuff like that, because my business does take up a lot of it, but it's what I love. I love my life, and as long as we have health, the losses, especially with prop firms, could be overcome. And the biggest thing is using houses money, and the biggest thing that I feel like people fail at is they try to push too hard with too many accounts without having an income. If you think you can make it in trading without having a income to live off, it makes it a lot harder. I mean, without DJing, without my business, there's no way I would have made it in the first 3 years of trading. There's just no way. I mean, if I didn't push the business to the next level and I took some big risks with my office, with my DJ business, that helped me grow. Then I had more budget for trading. I mean, all that stuff was kind of like, I'm going to work harder at DJing so I could focus on, so I could put more money into trading type of thing. And, you know, trading a live account, it was a lot of money, you know, 6 figures easily was lost. And I made some of it back. But again, I was always able to make money in trading. I just could never keep the money in trading. And now with prop firms, I'm able to keep it because there's no risk, right? So it's just fees. So going on the banter now and going off topic, but super proud of this list. This is me again. Top 60 all-time rank on Apex. I mean, that's insane. Because again, I don't feel like I'm a great trader. I could have made it more. If I copy traded my opening trade from January 1st to now with 20 accounts, I would have made 300,000 or close to it. So yeah, that's why I'm pushing the way I'm pushing now. But again, getting off topic now, just again, I'm gonna keep focused on the supporters. Thank you guys so much for all the positivity, and the negativity is just gonna be a distraction. So try to avoid it, and again, focus on yourself. I mean, look in the mirror. It's not the market, it's you, right? It's not luck, it's you. And the harder you work, the more you're gonna get rewarded. The less you want to work, and the more you blame everything else besides yourself, the less likely you're gonna succeed. So Trades by Matt also had a good good segment on his recap today, so that was pretty interesting. But yeah, again, just a loss, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. I mean, it's not the first time, it's not the last time, and we're just gonna keep pushing. All right, guys, take care, and see you on the next one. Man, this ending was typical Alpine way. The last segment takes the longest, right? Same way as I end the streams. It usually takes me an hour to get off the stream, just saying goodbye. But anyway, guys, enjoyed this video, and yeah, talk to you guys soon.